Hi everyone! Congratulations on your new bundle of joy. I am so excited for you. I know that it's not always easy to get the photos that you want when you're at home. It's much easier to hire a photographer. But if for whatever reason you can't, this is the next best thing that I can do is to walk you through some steps on taking some better photos. And the first step that you're going to want to do is to swaddle your baby. So this is actually a very bad example of a blanket, but as my daughters are now 4 and 2, I have run out of their swaddle blankets. So what you want to do is use one of their swaddle blankets, which are bigger and maybe a little bit more square. You definitely want to keep the color in mind. It's better to have a solid color than it is to have any kind of patterns. It just tends to distract from the baby in the photo. So even just a solid white swaddle blanket is a great way to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold where these bunnies are so that you can't see them. I'm going to do my best to make sure you can see what I'm doing here. So you're going to take your swaddle, lay it on the floor. It's the easiest way. And then you're going to fold it down to make that little triangle. And I'm sure many of you know how to swaddle. I'm going to try and show you a little bit, not necessarily better way, but how to photograph it instead of how to put your baby to sleep with it. So here's our baby. Now she's a little small, as is this blanket, and she will also not wiggle out. So I'm going to have a much easier time than you are. I apologize. But you're going to put your baby down. You're going to put the swaddle right, you're going to lay her on the swaddle right at shoulder length. So the fold of the swaddle is going to be right at her shoulders. And you're going to take the short side and you're going to fold it right across her chest. Okay, so you're going to fold the whole swaddle over. You're going to keep her arms tucked down. You can leave a little bend in there if you want so that she's not completely straight. But the more bend that you have, the more easier it is for them to get out. So just be careful of how much wiggle room you let them have. So keep those arms down. You can kind of press them both down at their sides with one hand like this. It's not the easiest thing to do, but and then you just fold over, and what you do is you're going to tuck. Now this is the most important part of the swaddle. So what you want to do is you want to kind of have your hand over baby's chest and tuck under like this. You can even roll baby back a little bit. And the most important thing here, and this is what I learned from watching the nurses, because this is the trouble that I had with my daughters and their swaddles, is as you have your hand here, as it's tucked, you're going to pull and tuck this way. You're going to tighten that swaddle. You don't want to, hurt their circulation, but generally with the blanket, you're not going to do that. Always play it safe. You never know what could happen. But what I'm saying is this is a good way to keep it tight so that they do stay in that swaddle. After you have that tight, then you're going to pull the bottom up. If the bottom comes up higher than their shoulder, just fold it. And then you're going to fold it up. So again, that it reaches that shoulder length. You can tuck it in a little bit. You can do that tuck again, that pull. So you can see, this is how we have the baby so far. This is how you pull. You tuck in this way under the baby and you pull out this way. And then you just wrap the baby. Again, mine doesn't wiggle, so this is much easier for me. Now, if your wrap comes back around, you have the option of tucking it up over the shoulder, or you can lay baby on her back and just fold this down underneath to where you won't see it. Because what you want to do now is to make sure that your swaddle is nice and smooth on the top. This will be, details to make your photos just look a little bit better. And so if you smooth your swaddle down, that really helps to take the distraction away from the swaddle and put all the attention on the baby's face. So this is exactly what you kind of want your swaddle to look like. A lot of them get almost bundled into a ball depending on what their feet do. That's another great tip is a lot of times babies automatically kind of almost do the Indian style where they tuck their feet like this. And that's okay to wrap them that way. Just make sure that they're comfortable and always check to make sure, that there's no circulation loss. You always want to keep baby safe. That's the most important thing we can do. But this will give you a nice calm baby. It will help to keep them warm. It'll give them soothing as well, because this is the position that new babies love to be in. Being swaddled is very comforting to them, and that's the main thing that we want for taking photos, is making sure they're comfortable. And if you want them asleep, this is a great way to help encourage them to go to sleep as well. So I hope that this helped, and I hope I can give you some more tips. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can call me at 724-689-5199, or you can always just send me an email, blessedmoments13@gmail.com. I can't wait to hear from you, and congratulations again. I'm so excited for you.